Hey, Gemini. How are you guys doing today? This is your general reading for October 26th through November 1st. Obviously, I'm sure some love will show up in here, but because we all have love lives, but it is a general reading. So let's get into it. The cards have been shuffled and cut. I did meditate to tap into your energy before recording this, and also cleared my own energy with sage. So let's get into it. And please like, share, subscribe, and comment below if this video does resonate with you, Gemini, and cross watchers. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and make sure you reverse the roles, because that could play into the energies, okay? And so what do we have for energy this week, Spirit? What do we have for the energy for Gemini this week? What does Gemini need to know this week, Spirit? What does Gemini need to know for the week of October 26th through November 1st? What does Gemini need to know? October 26th through November 1st. Thank you, Spirit. Oh, shit. Oh, this is intense. Okay, let's get some clarifying cards here, Spirit. Why are the lovers here for Gemini? Why are the lovers here for Gemini? Why are the lovers here for Gemini, Spirit? Why are the lovers here for Gemini? Why are the lovers here for Gemini, Spirit? Why are the lovers here for Gemini? Oh, almost lost it. The Hanged Man. Clarifying the lovers. That's some beautiful energy. I like that. I like that a lot. I will explain why I like it in a minute. And, yeah. So let's go ahead and clarify the King of the Wands. Why is the King of Wands here, Spirit? Why is the King of Wands here? Why is the King clarified by the Queen of Swords? Wow. King and Queen energy. Possibly missing the mark. Huh. Tell me about the Tower. Why is the Tower here, Spirit, for Gemini? Why is the Tower here, Spirit, for Gemini? Why is the Tower... We got double cards. Oh, God. Well, that makes sense. All right, then. I'm gonna set you up just like that. All right. Oh, Jesus. All right. Lord. All right. Let's get some healing advice for Gemini this week, Spirit. Healing advice for Gemini for the week of October 26th through November 1st. Healing advice for Gemini. Oh, shoot. We've got a lot of healing advice for Gemini. Got 4. All right, I guess I'll have to put you guys down here. Holy cow. Oh, my God. You have a lot to do. You have a lot to work on, Gemini. You're going to like it, but you're not going to like it. All right. What angel messages do we have for Gemini? What angel messages do we have for Gemini this week, Spirit? All right. Thank you. And then messages from Gemini's person to Gemini this week, Spirit. Messages from Gemini's person to Gemini this week, Spirit. Messages from Gemini's person to Gemini this week, Spirit. What does Gemini's person want to say to Gemini? What does Gemini's person want to say to Gemini? What does Gemini's person want to say to Gemini? What does Gemini's person want to say to Gemini? What does Gemini's person want to say? And we'll stop there. I feel like that's what Spirit wants to do. Okay. All right. Let's get into it. All right, Gemini. This is the most fascinating thing on the planet. So here we have the Hanged Man, where you're getting a change of perspective and letting go. And that card is clarifying the Lovers. So with the Lovers card, what we have here is love versus the mind, choices, duty versus desires. So maybe you're building a relationship where work is getting in the way or responsibilities are getting in the way, and you're battling between love versus the mind, logic versus the heart, mind over matter. And then with the Hanged Man clarifying it, you're changing your perspective and letting go. So this could be letting go of limiting beliefs in the relationship, letting go of maybe you're releasing a victim mindset that you have had, or limiting beliefs you learned as a child, or maybe you're realizing that, and this is the energy I feel for most of you, is that, oh God, I hate to say it, but this relationship is missing the mark, right? So you're not able to find a blend between work and play. I feel like your love life is getting in the way of your work. And I feel like you're realizing, well, if I don't work, I can't pay my bills. If I don't work, I can't take you on dates, or I can't, I won't be good if I can't take care of my responsibilities, right? And so what I'm feeling here is you're realizing, okay, well, this is just not working for my life. Like something's out of sync. Maybe it's bad timing, maybe right person, wrong time. Maybe it's just not a mesh. Maybe they don't understand your responsibilities. Maybe they just demand more of your time than you're able to give. So this is definitely a change of perspective and letting go in this love relationship, in this love connection. All right. So keep in mind, the Lovers card is love versus mind. And then we clarified it with change of perspective and letting go. So maybe there's compromise in the works. Maybe the other person is not compromising. Maybe you don't want to compromise. Maybe you're just like, okay, this connection has to wait until I'm in a better financial situation. I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row. I'm trying to save up and do something, And then when we look at here with the King of Wands, now that was your past, okay? So what's happening presently is we've got the King of Wands here, right? Kings, they symbolize knowledge, a motivator, a leader, real fiery energy, passion, right? But the wands are all about work and career, passion, drive, creativity, right? So when we see the King of Wands, we see passion, a mature and hard worker, traditional, creative, bold, and inspiring. But then it's clarified by the Queen of Wands. And the queens are related to the Empress card, right? It's water, it's nurture, it's growth, it's abundance. So when we have the Queen of Swords, she's intelligent, she's independent, witty, and experienced. So I really feel like you have air and you have fire, right? So I really feel like maybe this could be an Aries, Sag, or Leo that you're dealing with. Or flip the roles. It could be because you represent the swords. So, but you could also have fire in your chart, and then they're the sword, they're the air. So it could also be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius as well, right? So it could be Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or it could be Leo, Sag, Aries. And she's quick and witty. He's bold and compassionate. Like, it almost feels like you are just missing each other. There's a miscommunication. You're missing the mark. You're not quite, you're closely aligned, but not quite fully aligned, right? It's just missing it. It's just barely grazing and just not quite connected, right? And so maybe there's chemistry, but maybe your goals and beliefs aren't aligned. Maybe, you both want to be a leader in the relationship and you're butting heads. Maybe, their beliefs and your beliefs, it's just not coming together, right? It's just knocking. We're just knocking, right? So that's what I feel is happening, is you guys are just missing the mark. Because I'm really being drawn to the fact that she's holding a sword and she's sitting there like, I don't fucking need nobody. I'm all for myself. And he really looks like a take charge, like look at the lion in the background. Look at the fire on his wand. He's like, I am the leader. I am the king. And she said, yeah, but I'm the king. I'm the queen, bro. What do you mean? I don't need a motherfucker for nothing. Look at this bird soaring above my head. And I got my sword ready to fight. So it's just like you guys are not quite there. The linkage, the synchronology between you, the alignment, it's just not there the way you want it to be there. And I mean, we can want alignment all day, but like, if it's not there, it's not there. You can't force what's not going to fit, Gemini. So there's plenty of fish out there, Gemini. You will find your person, and it won't be difficult. It will be easy. It will just flow and glide with ease. What is meant for you will always find you. And I get it. I'm 38 and back on the dating scene because I've made bad mistakes in my youth in relationships. And so I completely understand when your time is ticking, you're like, I ain't got a lot of time left. This family thing I want to build. But honestly, like, there's 45-year-olds and 50-year-olds having kids these days. Like, it's possible, right? And there's so many different ways. So, I mean, I don't want your age to scare you and make you feel like you got to rush and accept something that's not right for you. If it's not right, don't fight. Just walk away. So, all right. Anyway, moving on to what we see in the future. This is the part you're not gonna like. All right, you've got a tower moment coming. And what the tower does is the tower shakes us loose of our toxic attachments we noticed with the devil card. So you must have just had a devil moment where you realized your material obsessions and toxic attachments are no longer serving you. And now the tower is shaking you loose of those because you didn't let go of them on your own. You did not let go at all. So I truly feel here that you're going to have a tower moment. It's going to shake you loose of the toxic attachments that you have been carrying and feeling overburdened by. And I would imagine the Justice card is here because through being shook out of your toxic attachments, whether it's people, places, or things, maybe a job that's toxic, maybe family that's toxic, maybe a lover that's toxic, maybe a relationship that's toxic, maybe you have a toxic attachment to alcohol or drugs or gambling or whatever the toxic attachment could be. It could be a toxic mindset. It could be toxic energy. It could be anything under the sun, right? So balance is here. The need for balance and integrity, and knowing that for every action is an equal and opposite reaction. That's exactly what this card means to me. And then, so for justice, we're learning about integrity and fairness, that all actions do have consequences. Okay, so through these toxic attachments, there may be some legal issues. Okay, maybe that's what's shaking us loose. Maybe we're getting into legal trouble. Maybe we got pulled over. Maybe we got a ticket. Maybe, these toxic attachments are showing up as creating issues in our lives, and we're realizing that we need to either let go of them, go to rehab, get some help, do something. I really feel like this is around like alcohol or drugs, though. I feel like somebody's been partying a little too much, and it's hindering your other relationships in your life. And you're realizing that these attachments you have to these other unhealthy things are hurting other areas in your life, and it's making you feel overburdened, and like the load you're carrying is too big for you. Because look, she's getting help from her ox or whatever the hell that is, a bull, I don't know what it is, but from her animal to help carry her bags. And look, that one's spilling out. Stuff's just spilling out of it. She needs to release her burdens. She needs to ease her load. Okay? So that's what all of this is about. Spirit is trying to tell you that you're going to be coming up on realizing that you need to let go of your toxic, burdened attachments and realize that your actions do have consequences. And to live your best life, to be at your highest good, you need to release this. You need to let the tower shake you loose of these toxic attachments, right? So let's first look at your angel messages, okay? So here we have 2020. Compassion, mercy, diplomacy, potential, service, healing, adaptability, and renewal. Healing and renewal, right? So your beliefs and assumptions are validated, showing that you are on the right path. Embrace your talents and gifts, using them to benefit both the world and your own prosperity. Serve others with kindness and generosity, as your potential is boundless. So this is about building compassion and understanding for others. And you have hidden talents and gifts you're not embracing yet, and you really need to, because it'll bring prosperity to you. That's what the angels are telling us. And then this one, willpower. Oh my God. Spirit, you're amazing. Okay, so I just have to say, like, lately in the readings I've been doing, I've been finding that, like, okay, so, like, I believe in spirit. I believe spirit comes through our cards, right? I truly believe in what I do. But it's still exciting to me when it links up and when it makes sense, right? When spirit is telling us a story, I feel like a little kid in a candy shop, because so I've always done readings for myself, and I was always really shy about stepping into the limelight, making my own channel, doing readings. As you can see, I'm not showing my face. So I'm just shy. I'm introverted. So like, I don't really like to put myself out there like that. But it just, now that I'm doing it for you guys, and I'm really tapping into the energy and what spirit really wants to say, and just being a vessel for the messages that are coming through, the divine messages, right? And so every time it makes sense, I just get really excited. And it just lines up with the energy I can feel from the cards, right? And so it's just it's a different experience doing readings for you guys than doing my own, right? Or family or friends. So let's get into it, right? So willpower. And what I say, I feel like you have a toxic attachment to like partying, drugs, alcohol. Let's see what this says. What the angels got to say to us? Achievements, success, progress, prosperity, ambition, courage. Significant events are on the horizon for you. You will make great strides in your endeavors and gain invaluable experiences. The right people, excuse me, the right people and resources will come your way, presenting excellent opportunities and positive changes. Embrace your journey towards greatness. So I feel like what's going to end up happening is through this tower moment of releasing these attachments through your willpower, you're going to gain more compassion, not only for yourself, but for others that have been on the journey you're on. And then it says significant events are on the horizon for you. The tower is a significant event. The major arcana is the major arcana because it signifies major changes, right? And so this is going to push you to your greatness. This is going to bring you closer to your success and achievements. And I feel like we're going to be seeing in the coming weeks for your future cards, I guarantee you we're going to see, what is it? I want to say it's the 3 of Wands. I call it the teamwork collaboration card. And I think that's the 3 of Wands, I'm pretty sure. And so let me look here. Is it? Yeah. So I really believe that it's going to lead to beautiful collaboration because we see that the right people and resources will come your way, presenting excellent opportunities and positive changes. So you're going to have this tower moment, but then what's going to come after the tower moment is beauty. We can't appreciate, I just said this in, I want to say, what was it? Maybe the Capricorn reading, or maybe it was Virgo, but you can't appreciate the light if you don't experience the dark. And so through this transformational time in the tower, you're going to come to the beauty in the end. But you have to have willpower. You have to stay strong and make sure you do your healing journey. Now let's see what kind of healing advice Spirit wants to give you, okay? Spirit has come to me and said, okay, we can't just tell them about what they're going through. And we can't just give them angel advice. We also have to give them advice for their healing because I'm feeling that this year is a major transformation year for the whole world and that the majority of people in it are required to do the healing to elevate themselves so that when the shift fully takes over that we're walking into right now, which is why I've been pulled to start this channel right now, is that people are in dire need of healing at this time so that they can make the shift, the ascension into the next paradigm that we are all shifting into. And whoever does not elevate their energy and ascend and become aligned with their highest good and their higher selves, well, those people are not going to come into the next dimension with the rest of us. Some of us are going to ascend to the next level and some of us are not. Okay? And that's just the reality of it. It's unfortunate, but if people are not willing to do the work because they're scared, well, that's their issue. But I'm being called by Spirit to help guide people on their healing journeys and guide them through this period of ascension that we are all going through. We are all experiencing the ascension symptoms on different levels because we are all on different spiritual levels, right? And we all have a different spiritual purpose. So let's see what Spirit says. So Spirit says, breaking mental chains, old belief systems can keep you stuck. Be willing to challenge and rewrite them. So that tells me that's their inner child wound card to me, right? Because you have old belief system that were not yours to begin with, okay? The subconscious programming that gets done to us happens between the ages of 0 to 7. 0 to 7 years old, and I personally believe it's actually a little longer. I call it 0 to 10. Because all the damage that was brainwashed into me was done before I was 10. Okay? And a lot of the things I have held deep in that I had to reparent myself from and, unpack the wounds and everything and just give myself what I needed at that time now. It all starts at the root. Everything has a root cause, okay? So you just need to break those mental chains, break those limiting beliefs, the subconscious programming that was not yours to begin with. Those are not your burdens to carry. They are not your bags. They belong to someone else. Let the right person carry those bags. You no longer have to carry them, okay? Next one, rebirth and renewal. So through breaking those mental chains, you're going to have rebirth and renewal. You are emerging from this darkness, transformed. The new version of you is waiting. After that tower moment, the new you is waiting for you to come to you. But you got to do the work of breaking those mental chains first, right? All right. Then we have the illusion of control. Surrendering is not weakness. Trying to control everything only breeds anxiety. You cannot try to control people from leaving you. You cannot control situations from ending. You cannot control what is not yours to control. Let's speak on control, shall we? What can we control? What is in our power to control? And this takes me back to what I learned from Mel Robbins, right? And if you don't know who she is, you've got to know who she is. Because if you're on a healing journey, this woman, I'm telling you, I was on my healing journey for years and didn't understand why I wasn't getting anywhere. And then I met the Mel Robbins podcast and her books. And when you put the advice that she gives into action, oh my God, it amplifies it. Oh man, it amplifies it so big. So the illusion of control. Stop trying to control everything. The only things that we can control is how we act and how we respond to how other people act. We cannot control what other people do, say, or feel about us. So let them, right? A great book that I would love to suggest to anyone that needs it and that's dealing with issues of the illusion of control. I need you to go check out the book by Mel Robbins called The Let Them Theory. Let them show up how they are. Let them be who they are. And then you can choose to respond to how they show up. And honestly, this has been a big lesson in my life, right? So I have since learned in my dating experiences to step back and let a man show up how he wants to show up. I'm not going to chase you. I'm going to let you show me how you want to chase me. And when that's not done properly, then I know how I want to choose to respond to it. It may be me walking away. It may be me ending the connection. It may be me saying this isn't for me. Or it may be me expressing my unhappiness and giving you a chance to prove you can work on it and be better. But you shouldn't have conflict in the beginning stages of someone trying to court you. And that's the biggest thing, is there should be things that you're okay compromising and working on, but there should be things that are like non-negotiable. Like if you approach me and you already have communication issues, I'm not wasting my time. I'm not, because it's going to be a battle the whole time. So yeah, I just feel like, discernment is very important, and let people be who they are. Don't try to control them, because when someone naturally gives you what you need, that is the most beautiful part. You don't want somebody to give you what you need when you got to ask for it and beg them to do it and plead with them. So let's stop trying to control people. Okay, Gemini? It will not keep you from getting hurt, I promise you. I used to be the person that tried to control people in situations so that I wouldn't get hurt or be disappointed. But it's okay because you can feel the feelings, you can cry your eyes out, and then you can get back to you. Heartbreak won't take you out. It won't. It won't. Not if you don't let it. And the last one, the last healing advice for you, Gemini, is emotions in the body. Unprocessed emotions often manifest physically. Listen to what your body is telling you. And so a great way that I found to do this is to literally sit in silence. Don't turn on any meditation music or sounds when you do this. And just, and sometimes I'll even do it after I do a meditation with like sound frequencies is what I like to do, or nature sounds when I meditate, so that I can just, because I have ADD, so my mind will forever wander. Like, and honestly, this is a really good trick. If you have ADD and you have trouble getting your mind to settle down, put music that your mind can stay focused on, that will keep you in the present moment, and that'll help you clear the thoughts. Because like if I have, let's say, waterfall sounds and birds tweeting in the background kind of thing, I'm focusing on those sounds, keeping me present, thinking I'm around those sounds. And then I can really like keep my head clear because all I'm focusing on is nature sounds. And not actual thoughts. And not actually, what do I need to do today? I got this to do at work. I got this going on. I got to go grocery. Rather than all that, it keeps you present. Okay? And so I'll usually meditate like that. And then after my meditation, before I do my affirmations, I will sit and say, okay, what am I feeling in my body? Is there any discomfort or tightness within my body? And then when I feel an area where that tightness is, I go internally and say, okay, when was the first time I felt this tightness? And where is this coming from? And through doing that, and you just keep asking questions, okay, why, what, where, when, how? And then you'll get to the root of the cause. Then you can reparent yourself through it and tell your child self what you needed to tell yourself that created that discomfort. And then that's how you release those feelings, right? That's how you release those emotions that are locked in your body. Your tissues hold the issues. Thank you, Dr. B. Serious. He taught us that our tissues hold our issues, right? The issue is in the tissue. And I know this to be true because I remember years ago when I was going to masseuse, she told me, like, you know, your stress goes into your muscles. And as I'm massaging you and releasing all the tension and stress you've been storing in your body, you're going to get dehydrated because the toxins are trying to leave your body. So you're going to have to drink several bottles of water through the night so you can filter and cleanse out all of those toxins that are just free radicals floating around in your body looking for somewhere else to store up in. And to prevent them from restoring themselves, you've got to filter that out with the water, cleanse it with the water. And so I would usually like just drink water that whole night. Actually, usually I'd do it for like 24 hours straight. And that way I can make sure I was fully cleansed. I would pee a lot, but I would make sure I was fully cleansed. Now as an adult, now that I know the importance of H3O2, not just H2O, I realized that I should have been just eating fruit and drinking coconut water. the whole 24 hours after a massage. If any of you get regular massages, I want you to try that and tell me how it helps, because so H3O2 is hydrogen water. I learned this from Yaki Awakening, by the way. Yaki, I love you. You're the fucking best. But he's one of my favorite holistic doctors because he really breaks it down. He's such a good teacher. Fucking love him. And so I would probably be like a fangirl if I ever had the chance to meet Yaki. So let's not go there. But anyways, so I truly feel that, or from learning from Yaki, we know that H3O2 is naturally hydrogenized water that drives the hydration directly to your cells, rather than drinking all the water you can in the fucking world and drowning out your cells and just filling your body with excess water where it's not even going to get into your cells. Like you're flooding your body and your cells are staying dehydrated. I hope I said it right, Yaki, because my wording can get a little silly sometimes. But I think I'm remembering it correctly. Maybe some of you can correct me in the comments if I said it wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's how it goes. So all I know is H3O2 drives hydration directly to the cells, whereas H2O, you've got to drink more of it to get them to the cells, and you're probably going to drown yourself trying to do that. All right. And then, with the it's just some different about it. So I don't know. I feel like I'm rusty on that information, so I might have to brush up on it. So yeah. And then we have messages from your person. Let's get into it. You inspire me. I trusted you. I want you back. So somebody that you inspire trusted you not to leave them, and they want you back. But remember, you guys were just missing the mark. It just wasn't working. And you had to have a tower moment. So maybe you need to tell them what you realized about why this connection won't work. You need to have a conversation with this person because you don't want to leave a broken heart in your wake. You don't want to show up as that kind of person. So I think an honest conversation needs to be had and just let them know it's not them, it's you. You're trying to get your life together here, right? And improve yourself. And if it's just missing the mark, if there's just not a connection, you need to let them know that too. All right. So I hope this helped. I hope this resonated with you guys. If it did, please leave me a message in the comments. If I messed up on Yaki's teachings, Yaki, I'm sorry. I need to go back through your videos. And please don't judge me. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate like, comment, share, subscribe, do all the things. Spread love, positivity, and light. And remember to let go of those toxic attachments, Gemini. I want to see you guys go towards this beautiful, abundant life, this prosperous life, and which you're living in your passion. But in order to do that, remember, we need rebirth and renewal through breaking mental chains, letting go of the illusion of control, and releasing the emotions within the body. Do not forget, Spirit is guiding you here. Spirit loves you and wants the best for you and wants you to reach your highest potential. Okay? And so I look forward to see what is going to come to you next week. All right? So stay tuned for more videos like this. And if this resonated, let me know. And I would love to know your thoughts. All right. Have a great day, Gemini. Kick ass.